Funded. Everyone's on the button. Hi! Welcome back to our Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition adventure Starfall, featuring the Lasers and Liches Test Wave 2.5 supplement. I'm getting better at doing all of that without having to look anywhere else. Yay me! Everybody give yourself a pat on the back for making it this far. Good job! When last we left our, I'm going to call you protagonist? When last we left our players, their characters were in a desert crater that looked like a pile of rocks. And I just figured out from the dreams of a Sumosaur and Radmir that going backwards through this where the path ends will let them enter it. And Friendly sent his familiar Rook, who is a crow, I think. Right? Is it a rook? Is your because a rook's a kind of bird.
It's a raven.
It's a raven. Different than both of those. Backwards, hop backwards through the entrance and through a broken facade at the back of the entrance over broken glass. Lots of uhs in there. But that's exactly where we're picking up. So it is about an hour before sunrise, and Rook sees all the broken glass ever. Would you like additional detail at this time, or you go like, give me what you're telling him to do?
Brooke will take a sweep around the room, check out everything. He doesn't have any spell support or anything right now, but
So it's not a room. It actually is open to the air. This, it's a overall seems to be a squarish sort of thing. There is, scrolling down to the actual part I wrote down about this. There we go. There are a bunch of low sandstone boundary walls about 30 centimeters high, and standing flush against these are a lot of thin metal rectangles that are at least 4 meters high, and they're polished to a mirror-like sheen. Everything is covered in broken, slivered glass, it's just everywhere. Big pieces, small pieces. And in the center of this squarish area is a larger cube. I'm gonna just go with cube of sandstone that has those same metal rectangular tall things pressed into it, set into it on all sides. At the far end from the entrance, because I assume that he's gonna just swoop all around, it won't take him very long. At the far end from the entrance, there is another small alcove, and it is at the base of a 3-story tower that is just almost like a rook on a chessboard, just like kunk kunk kunk. Okay. Also primarily sandstone and marble. And I'm gonna move you guys over to that part of that map now. And then I'll get you some creatures on here in a moment. And this is just the first part of this where you can see, because I haven't undone the rest of it.
I also see a lot of blood on the map.
Yes, I'm getting there.
Okay.
You can experience all of Rook's senses.
Yeah, if I'm within distance right now.
Definitely blood, definitely fresh, smells a little like rot, and over nearer to the tower, there's definitely carrion beetles. Rook counts 3 of them.
Okay. How big?
Regular carrion beetle sized. I think they're small beasts.
Okay. So like
medium
dog-sized beetles?
Yeah.
All right. Well, no good.
You might want to make a nature check here.
It's a good roll. 18 plus. Oh, only 4 on nature. So, right. Oh, wait. My proficiencies are weird on that one. Hold on. Yeah. So 22.
You only you know that carrion beetles typically blah blah. They just show up to eat dead carcasses and other dead things. They are not interested in picking fights and are generally docile as long as you don't try to interrupt their food. And I didn't state some of because they are on top of the whatever they're eating, you can't tell exactly what it is, or Rook can't tell exactly what it is without getting closer.
Okay. Which it will not. You say there were ceilings? I'm sorry, I missed
Nope.
that part. It's open air.
It's open air. It's open
so
air right until the other alcove, which then goes into a tower, which is not open air.
What's on the other side of the tower? He'll just keep sweeping.
The rest of the crater, there's nothing else.
Okay. Is there an obvious door into
The alcove is the only thing you see at the bottom. At the top, there seem to be 3 long wooden poles coming out of windows.
Okay. He'll go land on the end of a pole. Look in a window.
I need to start working on while I'm figuring out how I'm gonna undo some fog of war here. Would you guys like to trying to reveal areas? What's everyone else doing while I'm trying to do this?
If Friendly is seeing directly through Rook, he's mostly out, but he's, narrating what he sees and also suggesting that we make camp.
Okay.
Sunrise soon.
It's not letting me reveal areas. I can't tell why. What's going on? Come on, guy. Reveal areas. There we go. Sorry about that. So it's been suggested that you all make camp. You may have to wake up Sumosaur, who's still a little bit out because of those dreams. Right, it was you, Sumosaur, right? No. Yes? All right, Radmir did the smoke. Who else did the smoke?
It was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday. All right, then Tuesday's out.
I had a problem with sand.
Ah, right. Well, no, but yeah. Anyway. Trying to do the reveal areas thing. Of course you send in a friggin' flying bird first. Fine.
That's what familiars are for.
Oh, no, absolutely. I'm just snarking because I can. Trying to... Okay. So the short thing is that the problem with the tower map as I have it is that it doesn't actually, it's all flat in one thing. So I'm just going to have to do a little bit at a time. But there's where the tower it starts existing. Okay?
Got it.
And then he's going to go... We'll just pick this one. Ta-da! And go in a window. And what he sees is a open, airy kind of place. Trying to get in there. Hold on. There's no light anywhere. There seems to be water towards the middle of the room.
Is there glass on the window?
There is not glass on the window. He just hops right in.
Okay.
It's a very large thing, and the wooden pole goes and is firmly lodged in the floor of this window, and the entrance is pretty large. When you enter, the floor is covered with you're seeing through his eyes, it's a lovely carpet. It's a very nice carpet. And the floor beyond it seems to be marble, and there is a pool in the center that has, I don't have images, but has a swirling statuette in the center of it. It just looks, it's like somebody carved marble into the idea of water.
Nice.
So that's what you can easily see. And on the far wall, there are something. Oh, there's a something. It's dark.
He's carrying a light
He's
rock.
carrying the light. On the far wall, there's what looks like colors. You know, art maybe, curtains maybe.
He will call in, hello?
There is no answer.
Before he goes in, he will look and can I see myself from up elevated on the tower within this illusory thing? Can Rook look out and see us at the edge of the crater?
Uh, he can see your fire and kind of, like the shapes that you are. But yeah,
Okay.
he can see you.
Okay. Tuesday. Do you see my raven holding a light?
No.
Still just looks like boulders.
Good to know. Good to know. I'm sorry, Tuesday, you were sleeping.
We're just gonna go with, I guess you woke Tuesday up.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do
Rude.
that. Because I guess the animals just went. So yeah, I'll actually wake them both up at this point, realizing at the moment that he is alone. And
Sumosaur's there.
oh yeah, Sumasaur was awake. That's right. Sumasaur, do you see? Well, do we want to throw up the tower and make camp for the day?
Yeah,
I suppose.
I could use a rest.
Tap my hand once for yes, because I can't hear you, because I'm still, all of my senses are in the raven over there. Thanks.
One tap.
So you all set up camp? I love the giant fortress being the idea of it being something that you pull and it auto inflates.
Like a bouncy house?
Yeah,
And it just hardens into adamant.
yeah, exactly. Why not? It's a magical universe.
Oh, we're bouncing the child between us.
Yeah, absolutely. It a lot of things. Who likes nature rolls? Somebody make nature rolls might be good to make right now. Also, I'm not entirely sure if you want to do history rolls, but if you stand a chance to know any history of the desert, this might be a good time to do it for plotting your next moves. Get some of that GM information.
So I will rock that history. I have a +8. So 17.
Nice.
Diamond.
Go ahead. Yeah.
With my glitch hunter knowing the lay of the land thing, can I make a survival check? The whole studying the area for a week.
This isn't. Yeah, you know. What's the benefit for survival? Is it also intelligence?
It just I get advantage on wisdom checks related to the area.
Yeah, survival's a wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying on specific pieces of information. There's information that you might stand to know about this. Survival's not going to give you what I was thinking of, but it'll still give you
But-
something useful.
But history
Yeah.
counts. I can do history.
So that was me processing out loud. So you could do history. You could do survival. You'll just get a different sort of set of things.
17.
2 17s on history. Are you doing a history or nature, Sumo Store? Kitty!
I mean, I'll give it a shot. I guess nature. I got a 3. We're outside.
You're outside, and you are pretty sure the cat just got high. Sorry, the tabaxi just got high. That's your nature check. So history. So are the two of you talking together on this? Or sharing information, or are you just doing it internally?
No reason not to.
Mm-hmm.
No reason not to which. I said this or this, and you said yes. That didn't
Share
actually
information.
help. Okay. No reason not to keep it to yourselves either.
Yeah.
So if the two of you can do this in conversation, you over, getting stuff together for the evening, are able to put a few different pieces together where there is a semi-cryptid mythology of a sphinx in the desert that you can ask questions of, and people who go to ask questions of it, cat butt, no segue. People who go to ask questions of it have to go through a series of trials to reach it. And there's some degree of, and the people who aren't honest don't return.
Right.
So figuring out like which parts of this are myth and like what you've heard about these trials and, my cousin's grandmother's best friend's brother's aunt did this, right?
Ahoy.
Boy.
Hi.
Perfect time to have a druid.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about the game.
The recording is currently on, so
Okay.
we'll figure out where we are. So you guys figured that out a bit with your combined knowledge. And then as you're setting up the tent, the Empress returns from, I don't know, hunting for small critters in the desert. You all want to catch her up on what just happened?
Friendly, go ahead.
Friendly has been narrating the journey of his familiar, in whose eyes he is currently inhabiting, as well as ears. So he's also more or less just like hanging out there talking. He can't see anyone or listen. But when you roll into Roll20, you'll see the map that's been revealed. There is a courtyard around a tower that is filled with broken mirrors and bodies, as well as some dog-sized beetles. And Rook has flown to the tower to the top and started like looking in at or peeking in through a window. Meanwhile, Sumasaur threw up the instant fortress, and so we have camp.
Quite an interesting experience.
About 30 minutes till sunrise. What y'all gonna do?
I thought we were resting.
Okay. Are you still gonna
Eats and sleep.
meet and sleep? As the sun comes up, you watch Skinny disappear. With the first rays of sun, poof, kitty poof.
Oh no.
Which of you is taking care of the tiny lizard? Okay. I assume you've been feeding it, etc.
I declared when we took off with it that I would be maintaining it.
You did. I'm just
I didn't
maybe our
wanna-
viewers.
I didn't want to clutter the chat with. Oh, and also I'm feeding the lizard some water.
When did
Well-
we pick up a lizard?
First 3 sessions.
There's a little lizard in a cage, and he's a real dick.
It talks.
Hey!
He talks.
He does talk. And he has been bothering you on this journey about when he gets to go to the Sphinx Cub.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've been maintaining it, but my bedside manner is atrocious.
Of course it is.
I don't like this thing. I just don't want creatures to die.
You're a bounty hunter, not a nurse.
Exactly. Damn it, Jim.
I gotta say, a lot of nurses could work on their bedside manner too. It's usually the MAs that have the good bedside manner. But anyway. What I mean to say is, so y'all going to camp. Are you just staying inside Rook, or what is that happening while you guys go to bed?
Tap me if you need me. Otherwise, yeah, I will be just staying in the Raven while it explores until I fall asleep and have Raven dreams.
Okay. So you stay in the Raven till it explores, and everyone else eats and passes out. How far in is the Raven exploring? Tell me so I can deal with the map now.
It will. I mean, the whole way, all of it. I mean, it will go inside, look around the immediate room, look for ways up or down. Yeah,
Okay.
It's gonna give it a thorough inspection.
Here's the immediate room. Oof.
Check for traps, secret doors, trap doors, all that good stuff.
Where I've ended it, there is a door. It is locked. Or at least the Raven can't open it. Sorry. Here, I'll draw a line because I didn't actually draw a line yet. Draw shape, make it brown. Make it a different shade of brown so it isn't confused with the other thing that's a shade of, guess it's gonna be orange. There's a door right here.
Perfect.
Okay. It is not Raven openable.
He will inspect the colored mass.
What?
You said there was some undefined colorful thing on the back wall.
I'm gonna describe the whole room to you. I just was waiting for acquiescence
Got it.
of yes, this is where that. Okay, this is the region it can. So each of these alcoves has the same sort of like open window, open very large window with a long pole out of it. The one in the center, rather than having this nice rug, has what is clearly a very large nest, and it is very obvious to. Raven has no problem. Clearly a very large nest. Pool in the center I already described. And then the the wiggly shapes here that are all around this. These are all covered in various colorful pieces of art. Some of them are clearly like professional paintings of some sort. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen old art where it's these 500 paintings on one wall, like super densely packed. So this is like super densely packed. There's some professional pieces, there's weird little pieces, but the wall that Rook first saw seems to be done in a child's hand. Like there's, stick figures and stick figure sun and stick figure pool and uh roll perception.
That's going to be a 23.
There's clearly there are clearly a bunch of like mommy and me drawings, except this is winged humanoids.
Rook is going to check out and see, is there any indication of like, other than it seems like the childlike stuff will probably be the first things. Is there any indication of like the most recent or more recent areas that were filled in?
It's I mean, yes, you got it. The other art seems to be all sorts of like some of it's framed, some of it's tacked on, but it's all different time periods. Like, and there's not really a theme except that all of it's like wonderful. Probably.
Noted. Any other indications of like winged humanoid or things of that nature? Does it seem like it was made by the same artist?
No.
Okay.
That in that perception, there are definitely feathers in the nest. There's,
I meant in the art, but
yeah.
also that. Okay. He will check out the nest.
There's feathers in the nest. It's a nest. It's a very large nest. It's a very large nest. It's done with mostly like sticks and hay, and I didn't actually think about what you use to construct a very large nest until just now. Just the same materials but bigger, right? Bird spit and mud and sticks.
But lots of feathers.
An amount of feathers.
He will gather up feathers. Specific, like any long or recently shed ones.
Okay. Yeah.
And if he can't get that door open, is it an airtight door?
No, there's definitely a small gap at the bottom.
Okay. He'll gather the feathers, put them by the window, run back to the courtyard, grab some of the mirrored glass.
Okay.
And go nudge a shiny under the door, and then just like eyeball and bounce off the mirror and see what's past the door.
I 100% can see a raven doing this, so that's
yeah. I mean, it doesn't even need to be a familiar.
Yeah,
Ravens are too smart.
They're on record for making art.
It seems to be an area made of the same material with a very steep staircase down.
Okay.
That's it.
And it's immediately after the door the staircase starts?
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going for that button. So you can see the beginning of the staircase now. Yay.
So he'll pull it back a little bit.
Pardon me.
He'll pull it back a little bit, and this might be like a ranged attack or something. But then he's like with it halfway under the door, is just gonna do like a running scoot and do a side kick to see if he can get it to go down the stairs and kind of hear like how far it might bounce or if there's a reaction.
Roll bird attack, I guess.
Okay.
I've never heard a diamond sneeze in headphones before.
I moved the microphone. I did.
Vibrated my cornea.
It's a minor miracle. Okay, so
Everything
glad
went 4D for a second.
So glad we got you those.
Dex of 2,
Or
proficiency
a mouth
2.
exploding.
So that's gonna be 19, 21, 23.
So yeah. So it kicks the mirrored something off to hear it go tink 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 tink. Just trying to
He's
physics in my head.
Just going for raw distance. He wants to kind of like hear how far it might be down and get a sense of that. I also need like a perception as well. You know.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Sorry, I'm physicsing in my head. You might get
A 5-ounce swallow can't carry an unladen coconut.
right.
Carrying a coconut or something.
You get like, you're gonna need a perception so I can give you it in feet.
12.
You get somewhere between 10 and 15 feet, maybe 20, but you hear
Okay.
it tink 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 conk, and
Okay.
it just stops.
Noted.
Goes very quickly.
Then he will gather up the feathers. He will throw one feather in the water.
He can hold about. All right. Well, yeah. The feather floats on the water like feathers do.
All right. He'll take a little sip of water.
It's delicious, clean, clear water.
All right. In that case, he gathers up a mouthful of feathers and then returns.
I hold like 10, 15 feathers.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
A scryable amount.
Sure.
Not that I can do that for a while. No.
Okay.
Trackable.
And flies back to you and is tapping on the roof of the. Yeah. Everyone else from the roof of the fortress, you hear a. That would be Rook doing that. So I'm waiting
Right.
for Friendly to let
Oh,
him in.
I will.
So-
I will have dropped out of Rook's head, and I'll just go and
Open the
do
roof
it.
door.
Yeah.
It's a lovely
hat.
night. Wait, sunrise. It's a lovely sunrise out there.
It's a
All right.
blinding sunrise.
Yeah. Everybody sleeps, maybe?
Yeah. Do we all get our own rooms in this thing, or like, is it a studio? What's going on?
It's not. It doesn't have rooms. It's just one room. So
Isn't it like 3 levels?
I don't have the description up in front of me. It is. I believe it has a couple levels. I know there's definitely a roof, like a top level. Miles has the better tablet. I don't.
This
I
is
don't
the
have
second
that.
time I've had to look up. Okay, details on entrance in Instant Fortress. Let's look. 20 feet by 30 feet high, air slits and a battlement atop it, 2 floors inside, with a ladder running along one wall to connect them.
That's what it was. 2 floors.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So 2 open spaces. So it's kind of like camping with an additional level.
Tuesday still sets up her alert traps around herself.
That's fair.
It's just what she does.
Don't trust your companions, Tuesday?
No, I don't trust the world.
I'll also do
This is
an
a
alarm
house with
spell
a
ritual around. Go ahead.
This is a house with a door. Someone could break in.
And for that reason, Friendly is going to.
An alarm spell ritual around the area. Takes some minutes. He just goes and prays and draws some code in the air. Takes some measurements.
Finds the geometric ratio of the door. Yeah. Okay.
And Rook will maintain watch on top.
The night passes without incident. Rook wakes you up twice to note two additional carrion beetles coming, and the day passes without incidents. That's what that was. Let me try that again. The day passes primarily without incident, although Rook wakes you up a couple times to tell you about additional carrion beetles and now vultures coming. Good morning. Which is actually good evening. You're a few hours before the sun will hit the horizon. What do you do? Radmir is nowhere in sight. He said he was going to find a home for Timmy.
That makes as much sense as anything.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning,
Yeah.
I get up and do stretches and eat. More buns from the fanny pack.
Fanny pack buns. Getting a little stale.
Then they just become ranged weapons.
Right. It's when you build the jaw strength. I will prep spells. Other than that, not much in the way of the morning. We know the way in. Are we? I mean, the tower has several trials in it. Are we prepared?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Are y'all gonna backwards hop, like take down camp, backwards hop into the alcove? What is the marching order? It really will only emit one humanoid at a time. And who are you on? Empress. Are you entering by yourself or are you resting on someone?
I'm resting on Sumosaurus.
Okay. So important question then. Are you facing the same direction Sumosaur is, or are you going to face backwards into the place?
What?
We figured out that the way to get into the thing is to walk in backwards. You're muted.
My focus is a bit divided at the minute. I'm getting texted about stuff I might need to do here in a sec, so what did you say?
So they figured out that the way in is to go backwards through this one area of boulders so that you can enter the area by Rook hopping backwards through it. As you're riding on Sumosaur and Sumosaur is walking backwards through it, are you facing back towards the entrance or are you facing away from the entrance like Sumosaur is?
I'm facing back towards the entrance.
Okay. What is your all's marching order? Who's first?
I mean, if we're following usual protocol, it's me because I was scouting ahead.
Okay.
And I can leave quickly if something horrible happens.
So you enter this alcove that goes forward a little and then opens up a little broader before coming to a narrower like end. So it's sort of a ellipsis. The floor would be an ellipsis, I guess. So only one can enter at a time, but there's room for your whole party to stand inside is what I'm trying to say. And there is a marble slab on the other end. As you enter, and I assume like Tuesday would whip around,
Mm-hmm.
Do you walk up to the marble slab, or do you, like, to the other end, there's the exit that's broken through? Do you walk up to the marble slab, or do you wait for your party?
I wait for the party.
Okay, then Sumosaur's next. Sumosaur, you're unable to enter. You just back up.
I
and
just
it's like
keep
you're-
walking backwards. Like, why am I too big? Why isn't it working?
I think your companion
will
needs
just-
to turn around.
Say it
turn
again,
around,
friendly.
Empress.
I turn around reluctantly.
And you, as soon as Empress's head reluctantly is facing the same direction as yours, you're back through. And turning yourself around, like you see the same thing I just described to Tuesday. Do you walk forward, or do you wait for the rest of the party?
I'll wait for the rest of the party.
Friendly. Same thing. Same series. Question?
I just take a listen before I go through, make sure there's no sound of screaming and dying.
There is not.
Excellent. Then I'll go through. I'll back my way in with my shaving mirror.
It won't work. If you
Okay.
can, yeah, you won't be able to move. All you see behind you is rock.
And then I will just lean against it and turn my mirror slowly until it shifts.
As
Like
soon as
finding
you can't,
information.
like literally as soon as you can't see it at all, you're back through.
Interesting.
Built for the letter of the rule, not just the spirit.
That was the test.
So you're all in this alcove that has marble slab on the floor that is like, it's not a sarcophagus. It is in no way a sarcophagus, but sarcophagus sized is like the best way I can think of to describe it. And on the far end of this ellipsis of sandstone that is covered, this part is covered. The wall has been like clearly broken open, and I may have forgot to say this when it was Rook, but there are scratch marks that are clearly obvious on the other side of the wall. What do y'all do? You're all on the farthest side, as far away from everything as you can get, and you're all there. Tell me what y'all doing.
I will fly out.
It's covered. I mean, you can fly up, but it's only about like 12 feet tall in here.
Got it.
This part is not
it's not
on.
the open air part yet.
This is not the open air part yet. No, the you know from Rook that broken area of the wall leads to the open air part.
Okay. Well, I will still float above because I don't want to walk on broken glass.
Now it's in my head. Thanks. I should have seen that coming.
Neutral evil.
Mm-hmm.
It's you guys now. What are you doing?
I'm in the
I
back of the line.
stay on Sumosaurus's shoulder, pouting that I had to turn around.
Friendly floats like 2 feet in the air.
I ask Friendly, what have you investigated here, and what do you want to look at?
Well, you heard the running commentary, right? He gave you the full description as he was getting it, like seeing it from Rook.
You also saw it firsthand, so you're more of a informed judgment than
Sure.
us who heard your narration. What piqued your interest seeing it that you want to look at first?
Something killed a bunch of creatures. We should probably find out what. There's still the whole entrance and middle of the tower that we don't know about. So we should check that out. There's an alcove that goes in, but we don't necessarily have to make that our method of ingress.
Are we at the north part of this map?
South.
South.
Sorry. Let me make you a rough estimate of where the alcove is that you're currently in. On the
Okay.
south. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just putting a few more there just to make it clear. Yeah. Sorry about that. So the rest of this, it's important to note for the rest of this map that I've uncovered what Rook has seen, but it's not necessarily what you can see, and you can't see really any of it from where you are right now.
What's the lighting situation?
It is it's not quite golden hour yet. It's like 6 o'clock. It's sorry. The light is coming in only from the break on the other end. And from behind you, where you walked through, which is now just an open entrance. There we go.
Okay, so there's only light coming in from the north and south openings in this box.
It's an ellipsis, but yeah. I just couldn't draw an ellipsis because I grabbed rectangle instead.
But you know what I mean.
Yes.
Okay.
Sandstone round basket box with marble slab. Delicious.
Remind me, does anybody need a light source? Like, anyone in our group not have dark vision?
I do not.
Okay.
I'm a snake, of course. I think that's a part of being a snake is having dark vision.
I would
You
say
have
so. You have
vision.
blind sight.
Yeah.
Which is
yeah.
arguably better.
Up to 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then no.
Right.
I will cast light on my mirror. Because I also have not dark vision.
The room suddenly lights up even brighter and is the same thing I described, only now brighter.
It's really weird that the wolf person doesn't get dark vision.
I agree, but here we are. Maybe the creators will watch this and take that advice.
Like, wolves have dark vision. Yeah, try to run from a wolf at night. See how well you do.
I mean, I have
Run.
instead I have laser sights in my eyes, so well,
He does have lasers, so I guess that's how they made up for it.
Right.
That seems like trading different categories. But anyway, sorry,
kid.
If they're creating a light, I'm gonna be sure to stay ahead of them.
You're all right. So, are you walking further into this sand?
Well, I was gonna say something I forgot. Some to friendly. So we're hunting first. We're trying to find what's been killing things first. Like, what's our first objective here?
Exploration and investigation, but clearly there's been violence recently, and we don't know if it's still a threat. So be wary. Something lives here or lived here.
And your bird did not encounter...
Not a thing.
An adversary.
An empty nest.
That's not at all comforting.
Oh, I did forget to say, I'm so sorry. I do have to retcon something.
You're all dead.
Only today. Anyway, that there were also a number of simple toys in the that upper area. Things like, kid, I can't talk right now. There were like blocks you know, when you got the blocks that you stack. There were a couple of like yarn or corn husk dolls, like simple toys made from natural materials, like hippie parents buy.
Old and worn, new and shiny.
New and used.
Like not old but recently beaten.
Yeah. No dust.
That's
Note.
unsettling.
Yeah. Sorry, and that was the thing that you would have all heard in his thing. There you go.
If no one objects, I'm gonna be scouting ahead and like keeping like 20 feet ahead of people, and I'm working my way.
Oh, I'll put your characters on the friggin' map, huh?
Like after that first turn, I'm working my way counterclockwise to the
Okay.
north.
Hold on then, because you're ahead of what's actually happening. Let me get you all actually on the map, huh?
I hope the
There.
babies are cute.
Okay, it's just you four.
Whole babies are cute to somebody.
It's very true. Okay. There, everyone's on the map. You should be able to move yourselves now. So as soon as you walk forward and approach near the marble slab, a hologram sort of flickers to life. And it is of a sphinx that's really jazzy colored. Like, wait, lion? Wait, what is lion head? No, person head, lion body? Wait a
Person
minute.
head, lion body.
Eagle
Or-
claws? Is that how it works?
Eagle wings.
Eagle
Yes.
wings. That's
right.
right.
The griffin has the claws. The sphinx
Thank
just
you.
has lion body.
I swear to God, I knew this while I was writing this area. Anyway. So a like, puffy purple glitter, like shedding off bits of glitter mane, like pink and green zigzag fur all the way to the tail, a really dark human face, a dark human face with like gold highlights. The wings are just a rainbow of shifting colors. Like it is like visually boisterous, and it just suddenly appears the moment you're within like a foot or so of the slab, and it appears on it, Sphinx resting, right? And says in a voice that you can hear in your teeth, "Welcome, provisioner. What do you seek?"
Okay, give me a reticle on the map where this is happening.
Uh, sort of.
Oh, like right at the entrance.
Yeah. So the
Okay.
entrance is a broken wall on the other end. That is a great image. Good job, Jocelyn. That this is broken on the other end. Like it is clearly broken through, and there are claw marks on it from this side.
Okay. But as soon as we approach the wall, this hologram appeared.
The marble slab that is on the ground.
Oh, okay. I missed the ground part.
Okay. And on top of this marble slab now is this hologram with teeth booming voice.
It's like a TV got laid on its back.
Yes, except it's a three-dimensional hologram.
Standing up.
Sure.
Okay. I just turned to friendly. Well, answer it.
We seek to parley with the Sphinx.
Again, with that booming voice that comes from nowhere but rattles your teeth, have you brought the offerings? I'm not going to try and booming voice because we know I can't.
Can I make a religion check?
Sure.
I start laughing because I think I have one of them.
That, I believe, will be 18.
This definitely seems like it would fit in a little bit with the stuff that you were figured out with Tuesday earlier. But it's not part of any religion that you're aware of, and you're not sure you ever heard anything about any offerings for this.
Diamond,
You go ahead.
checking my memory. Isn't that what the lizard said he was?
He said he was a gift for the Sphinx cub. And
Okay, that's a fair leap for me to make.
where is he on your person? More importantly, can the
Li-
lizard
like-
see this?
No, he's like on the back of my hip, like hanging
Okay.
off my belt.
Uh,
I made sure to give him a terrible view wherever we go.
Okay. At the loud voice, he's whining about it. You guys figured out he could talk and he won't shut up. Good job.
We have brought a
Child.
gift for the Sphinx cub.
The booming voice comes out again. What wisdom do you seek?
Only that which can be found in friendship.
It doesn't respond.
Wrong answer.
And it has
Apparently.
some, as you guys are watching this, it clearly has some like what basically are idle animations, like the tail's swishing, but it always swishes in the same pattern, and there's some wing movement, but it's always in the same pattern.
Yeah. Apparently that was the wrong answer.
Is there any specific thing anyone wants?
The booming voice says, "And so you shall be," and it's just like, you know, the sound of like that dial-up noise or like an answering machine beep, like it just does that.
Oh, I'm gonna pull out
And
my omnitool.
hold on. And as it does that, the hologram sort of glitches out of existence, and there's a three-dimensional rotating image that is a rectangle with two kind of pointy circles in it, and they are both spinning the same direction. And underneath it, it says error in common, and then switches to another language, and switches to another language, and switches to another language.
Mm-hmm.
Friendly, you broke it by offering friendship.
Yeah, Sphinxes hate that.
Maybe it had something else useful. If I can probably poke around in the assembly and see if I can find any more information from it. But
I
it's not blocking our way. It's open behind it.
exactly.
After a minute, both the awful noise and the image blink out of existence.
Yeah,
Suddenly, there's no more awful beep.
everything about this says receptionist, and we don't need to worry about them.
I agree. But might be salvageable tech. Not worth the time at the moment. We'll catch it on the way out.
Yeah, this isn't a bouncer.
Unless you think it's going to have some information. But I don't know how much we need going in.
I'm already heading through the door. I'm stepping over the thing. I'm not affronting it. I'm just ignoring it. Like, oh, yep. The receptionist is on their coffee break. I'll just go in.
You can all you can easily move through the entrance or the broken wall and out into exactly what Friendly described via Rook's eyeballs. And it's just extremely bright right now because there's literally light everywhere because of all the broken glass. And you were really not necessarily prepared for how much broken glass there is. It is, in fact, completely underfoot. Are you wearing boots?
Yes,
Good.
of course I am.
I mean, yeah, but
I chase people for a living. I have boots with claws on them.
and claws under them because
Yeah.
I'm a tabaxi. That's great, and I love it. Anyway, Sumosaur, the entrance is actually a little small for you. You might have to either oil up or break something.
I'll just oil up. Now I glisten.
Just like pulls out from their bags just a like bottle of like kitchen canola oil and just flash dance.
Looks like you're getting oiled too, Empress.
Nope. As soon as Sumosaurus reaches behind, isn't it him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Him.
Reaches behind him to his bags. She darts off.
No,
where?
no.
And I take off, but I take off my tiara while I do it. Don't want to get it greasy.
I'll turn my omnitool into a paint roller and just from behind. Gotta make sure you get good coverage.
Oh,
Empress is
Thanks.
giggling, like
You're a great
absolutely
team.
giggling at the sight.
Tuesday is just rethinking her current life.
And like I squeeze through the gap, and there's like a little shiny wiggle going on.
yeah.
It just sounds like an army raft inflating.
That would be so satisfying.
Empress is laughing, is
Just
giving
like-
her hissy laugh and cannot stop herself.
This is
The-
killing me. I love it.
This long sustained like balloon screech, and then whoop.
So, Oily, are you wearing boots?
Yeah.
Cool.
Traveling,
'em.
my traveling boots.
You'll need them now.
I assume
I put
Friendly.
my tiara back on. Make sure it's not greasy. It's my WWE tiara.
You glisten in the sun. So, behind you, Tuesday. Now you turn, and Sumosaur is just as bright as all these mirrored shards.
As soon as he pulled out the bottle of oil, I looked away. I knew where the story led, and I don't need to be part of it.
Yeah, if I step out into the desert during the daytime, I'm just gonna fry.
It's close to daytime, but it's not quite. It's evening. It's cool enough that you probably won't fry.
With
Um,
dinosaur scales, it'd be like baked chicken.
Now I want baked chicken, thanks. Anyway, Friendly, you're next.
Yes.
You oil up.
Are you are you going through with Friendly or before him?
Oh, did
Jeff?
you-
I'm already out because as
Oh,
soon as
okay.
I
Oh,
remember,
you
as
swooped
soon as
through.
I was like,
Okay.
No!
All
Like-
right. I understand.
yeah, I was like, hell no. But
And
also
Friendly.
laughing hysterically.
Friendly, this looks awfully familiar since you've seen all of this now.
Oh yeah,
So-
this is gonna be every door we ever go through ever again. That's...
I meant all the broken glass, but sure.
Oh, that too. Yeah, deja vu all over again.
So since you are going first, my dear,
Tuesday.
yes, hold on. So from where you're standing right now, you can see mostly on the left, and consider line of sight is all I'm saying. The other part
Mhm.
is those walls aren't walls except for the one in the center. They're only about 30 centimeters high. That's like 2 feet-ish, maybe a foot. Kind of forgot. I was trying to teach myself more about, so I'm,
All these gray walls are that short?
yes. So
Okay.
the description again, so that we know what we're looking at, because it's not super clear from the map. You smell blood. It's older and drier now, but you absolutely smell blood.
Mm-hmm.
The expanses of low sandstone boundary walls, they're only about 30 centimeters high, and then flush against these on both sides, and also flush against the cube in the center, are these 4-meter high metal rectangles that are polished to a mirror-like sheen. They're very thin. Think, for those of us, like the inside of aluminum cans. Like, they're very shiny.
Mm-hmm.
And just broken slivered glass everywhere. This center area, that's not that pen, that one. The center area seems to be a sandstone cube that's about 10 feet high. It is, you can't see through that one.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Except for it being a 5, 10, 15, 45 by 10 foot cube.
But that's what it is.
Okay.
Hey, Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Just for my gauge, when are we gonna do a break?
Actually, pretty shortly. I was going to figure out what you guys were starting to do and then stop it.
Okay, then I'll wait to get a drink. Thanks.
My plan is to scout ahead, SEAL team style, and just make sure that the group is not walking into a raptor nest.
Okay. So, the spatters of blood definitely seem to lead the direction, Friendly, that you know is the way to the other exit.
All right.
That,
Is
that-
everything normal in my reflection?
Wait.
You mean your
What?
memory?
No, you said there's polished metal.
Oh, so they're
in
polished
frame.
metal rectangular frames. It's
Oh,
just
the
frame.
strips. They're empty. Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
they're empty.
Okay, I didn't know.
But they're super shiny, but they are empty.
Okay, noted. I'm just gonna like give it a little poke, see if it dents, see what kind of metal it is.
Aluminium, I guess, because
not-
why not?
It's not platinum. It's
Yeah, what gets shinier than aluminium?
mithril.
It's not
Chrome.
Chrome. It's chrome.
Perfect.
Got it. Thank you, sir.
It's that chrome plastic that they use a lot at the dollar store.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I will also note it for its potential usefulness when we strip this place on the way out. Let's send Raven off and up to find out where the carrion beetles are hanging out. And we've got 2 on the ground, 2 in the air. We've got 2 flyers. We can spread out upward without having to spread out much outward.
Okay. So there are 5 carrion beetles now, and you also notice some vultures circling above that same area where the carrion beetles are, although they haven't decided to come down yet. And that is where we're going to go for a quick break while I add some more carrion beetles to the map, because they had to wait. Whatever. If you're enjoying this, you should hit the subscribe button so you can see the next few videos that come out. We usually have some, and we're going to keep playing this, because if you're a geek, raise your hand. All right. We'll see y'all soon. Thanks for watching, and have a good game.